Hello and welcome to a special edition of Monitor the Situation with AJ Garcia. This is draft day 3. So today we got rounds 4 through 7. We'll be covering most of it live. I was trying to get set up to go a little bit earlier, but I did miss Tampa's pick. They just picked Keontae Scott, so we'll get caught up with the beginning of round 4, and then we'll be kind of going through some reaction in live time from different teams. Maybe what we grade some of these picks. Yesterday, I was watching on Bleacher Report. Let me take this banner off here now that you guys have gotten the intro. So yesterday, I was watching Bleacher Report coverage since I cut off my YouTube TV. And then Pat McAfee only did day 1 of the NFL draft extravaganza, spectacular, whatever we want to call it. So I was watching day 2 on Bleacher Report, and then we had that run on tight ends that they were not impressed with whatsoever. They were kind of talking a little bit of shit, respectively, as they could, because these tight ends got picked up a lot sooner than they were expected to. Okay, hold on. Let me send you guys over. All right, cool. So this is the latest. This is Twitter NFL Draft screen, so we can follow this. And then we've also got the live picks from NFL.com right over here on the right-hand side. So who just got picked? It looks like Travis Burke from Memphis just got picked up by the Chargers. So the Chargers are potentially a playoff team, right? And they had this offensive line that we all saw in the playoffs was garbage. So they drafted this guy. What is it? I think he's a right tackle, 6'8", huge guy, 6'8". Almost 6'9". Holy cow! But he's 325, so he'll put on a little weight. Perhaps he could probably move decently. Good arm, wingspan. Okay. What's his grade, I wonder? Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing people go places with Travis Burke. He can move people. Burke's a tall tackle plus drive blocking talent for his body. Uses flexible hips and ankles. This looks like a pretty good for the Chargers to be able to get this guy. Almost 6'8", almost 6'9". He can put on another 15 pounds probably. Um, and yeah, this is probably a B plus at least for them. I mean, it's worth a shot if he can. It says his total score is a 138. I don't know what that necessarily means. So I also wanted to go into Tampa picking up Keontae Scott. I think he's a 5th-year player out of Miami, out of the U. Dude, this guy can. We all saw him play in the playoffs and national championship. Tampa being able to get him midway through the 3rd round, huge steal. I'm a Tampa fan, in case you haven't noticed. So yeah, that's gonna be okay. Lions pick is in. Let's go back. Linebacker out of Michigan, Jimmy Rolder, they picked. 6'2.5", almost 240. Athletic kid. He's got good instincts. He shoots gaps, take on blockers. He's not a fantastic athlete at Michigan, but he can make pretty good tackles. So I think this will be good for their run defense. So yeah, I mean that's a pretty good pick for Detroit. If you're a Detroit fan, I think you should be happy with that. I'm hesitant to play some of this NFL draft stuff because then videos get flagged.
Pittsburgh, how are you? representing not only
Say
our
hello.
home country of Germany, but all the Buccaneers fans around the world, especially from Europe. So big shout out to Germany, Spain, France, England, Wales, and all the other parts of the world. Our rock star general manager, Jason Light, and his crew have found a fantastic young man who will join the Buccaneers. With the 116th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will select, unfortunately not me, but the awesome Keontae Scott, defensive back, Miami. Go Bucks! Willkommen bei der Crew!
That guy's awesome. Okay, latest pick is in. Wesley Williams, edge for your Duval from Jacksonville Jaguars. They made their pick. 6'3" kid. Good production. Not super athletic. Wow, he's good size. 256 for an edge. Says Williams plays every snap. White hot motor. Let's see if we get some Wesley Williams. So this kid's out of Duke, so you know you're gonna get. This is a minute of highlights. This feels a little early for Wesley Williams, but you know the Jaguars. We've seen that they do not care what you think. They only care about their own rankings. So they went out and they got their guy that they liked. And you know what? I mean, the first season they looked pretty good. They looked pretty good in. I almost called him Dirt Cutter. What's his name? Liam Cohen. I almost called him Dirt Cutter. The other guy that came from Tampa. Tampa churns out coaches, man. So I have faith. I have faith in homeboy Liam Cohen, and his. It feels a little early, but. You know, there's some tape on the kid. Good size. Played at Duke, so. I'm kind of seeing from different people here. It looks like people are saying it's about a C, C+, C- grade. A C, average. Probably poor pick, but if it's the guy they wanted, you know. That's the guy they wanted, so. Packers. Says pick is in. But I'm not seeing that. Let's take a look over here at the prospects. Best available prospects right now that we got. There you can see their ratings, their grade. So the best drafted guys were around a 7. Here you can see Mendoza 6'7", so just so you get. Did not do that on purpose, but so the Packers got Dennis Sutton, edge rusher out of Penn. Let's look for him here. This is the guy they got. Dennis Sutton is a base defensive end with toughness, effective against the run, is limited pass rushing upside. He's predictable. Okay. Call him predictable. Linear rush, lax burst. What is this guy's dimensions? I hate how I have to keep switching. You just need to see his dimensions, and then okay, here we go. It's a big kid. He's not super heavy, but he can gain a little weight, but it already says he can't move that great. So it says he's effective against the run, limited pass rushing upside, predictable, linear, rash, lax, burst, and bend to beat tackles. He'll get bounced around because his pad level is too high. That sucks. But he uses hand violence and brute force to challenge tackles with weak anchors. So he can get some guys, it sounds like. But you know how these scouting reports go. You know, this is by Lance Zierlein. So Dennis Sutton is equipped with muddy running lanes, but might not make impact plays. He has average upside. So he was at Penn State, and he kind of disappointed a lot of people, just like Penn State did, right? So we'll have to see what happens. This is a picture of the kid. Penn State was a disappointment, so how much can we really hold it against them? Steelers pick is in. Got a white receiver. Dang, he's you know, a shorter guy too, so I support that. He's about my height, about 5'9", 193, solid. This guy can freaking. This guy's got wiggle, man. This guy's a dynamic return guy. So we'll try to see some footage on him. Should be exciting to watch him. Oh yeah, I'm seeing different videos pop up on this guy's. Let's look him up. Caden. So he's a returner. So people are saying that they're predicting he's going to be a Pro Bowl level returner. Otherwise, they're saying he has to be a top return guy. Otherwise, this is going to be a failed pick. It's another C level pick. You got to give this kid credit though, because these guys that worked themselves up. He was a 0-star, junior college kid, worked his way up. So, and he's got to be able to play some wide receiver too. You know, we'll see. I mean, it's kind of, what is it, mid third round? They must have really liked him. So. He's got good separation, but I guess he just wasn't on the field that much for them. But I mean, he played at Iowa, so. So it looks like we got a trade between the Raiders and the Falcons. They swap, so Atlanta moves back to 134. And then they get the Raiders' 208th pick as well. The Raiders move up 12 spots from 134 to 122. The Raiders already got their QB. I think they haven't gotten a receiver yet. Let's see who we've got available. Let's see what kind of receivers we got. I feel like they need a receiver, possibly a D tackle. Skylar Bell. What about nose tackle? K-Part might be good. Harris. I like Harris a lot. So are we thinking receiver or D tackle, guys? Skylar Bell, man. Skylar Bell could be a guy that they could get. I think give Fernando a new guy to throw to. I like Skylar Bell, what I've seen.
With the 121st pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Caden Weegan, wide receiver, Iowa.
Whoa.
What's your plan? Wait a minute.
I'm thinking maybe I would go with Skylar Bell, man. You could see that the Raiders need a receiver. They also need a D tackle. They got their corner. They got the QB. Skylar Bell's the guy, I feel like. Good size. He can inside out. If that guy pans out 50-50, he can have 2 to 3 years of real high level. And you got a guy like Mendoza who's gonna I feel like he propels his teammates, motivates his teammates, gets the most out of them. Get another young guy in there with him. I think it'd be a good fit, but I don't know. I don't know much about the guy's personality or how his interviews went, so we'll see. It's surprising Caden went before him, but I guess the Steelers really want a good kick returner because that's what that guy's supposed to be. The Packers pick.
Welcome to the Irish Institute of Music and Song here in Ireland. I'm singer-songwriter Gavin James, and the pick is
Gavin James.
Oh, nice. Wow.
With the 120th pick of the 2026 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Denai Dennis Sutton, defensive end, Penn State.
Go back up.
Go back up.
Wow. I don't
Cool.
know.
I like that. I like how they're expanding the NFL. I like the German. I like the Irish thing, the Mexico thing. Those things are cool. Pick is in. Mike Washington Jr., running back out of Arkansas, is the pick. Sorry, folks. I should have a cough button. All right, so they acquired it from. This pick got traded around a little bit. Went from the Eagles to the Falcons to the Raiders. So this is a bigger back, 6'1", 220. What was this 40 time? Did it say? Do we not give 40 time anymore? It says he made stops at 3 different colleges, showed improvement each new school. It's fast, loose hips, adequate agility. Not very sudden and tight quarters. A step slow. That's not good when the hole opens. I wonder what they said about Le'Veon Bell, though. You know? That he can glide and swerve around interior traffic once he's on the move, though. That's what matters. That's as long as he's got that shake. If he's got a little bit of wiggle shake, you know. He has breakaway speed. Breakaway speed, you can't teach that. Inside out runner, and he's got good size and good aggressiveness. It's a solid rotational back. I think I'm hearing just based on the Raiders, he's probably going to be their for sure their number 2, but he could be solid, almost number 1B option. Strong looking kid. All right, Texans got Wade Woodaz, linebacker out of Clemson, 6'3", 235. Pretty good guy. It says 2-year starter, punches in and goes to work. Punch in and go to work. They use the white guy vernacular when describing him. Punch his clock, what is lunch pail, and punch in and goes to work, but fails to stamp games with high level impact. Okay. Woodaz has adequate size to diagnose his quickness. However, he lacks base strength and take on top to keep himself clean through contact. Good awareness. So it sounds like he needs to get stronger up top so he can power through some of these blocks and tackles. Displays good awareness and zone drops and has enough man cover talent to match some pass catching tights underneath. Okay. He needs to add strength, play faster. become more forceful. So he's more aggressive, it sounds like. That's only going to be more prevalent in the NFL. So yeah, I'm sure he can do it. He played in the SEC at Clemson, but it seems like Dabo, unfortunately, isn't inspiring his players that much this year. Lately, he's been losing it. Chance to develop an average backup linebacker. Ooh, that sucks. Special teams will get him on the field early on. Malik Muhammad, Chicago. They went with a corner. This is Wade Woodaz. Not a great picture.
That spot.
Yeah, really just like the other guys we took last night, just love his play style. He's a super physical kid, and he's got a lot of position flexibility, so that's what we loved about Wesley.
How does that help with the rest of the line if you want to move Trayvon around potentially or otherwise having someone like that?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a lot of things in his career. You know, he's been called upon to do a lot of things in the defense at Duke. That shows up on tape. So, like I said, because of his flexibility, that's something that we really liked about him. It gives us a chance to kind of move him around and move some other pieces around.
I know you love coaching these guys once you get them in the building. Is there a specific aspect of his game that you're excited to work on with him?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, all of it. He's one of the guys we just love his play style, but he's a run and hit guy, and that's one of the things that's a reoccurring theme with all the guys we've taken. You know, they love to hit, love contact. We're always looking for guys that seek contact, and he's one of them.
I imagine it's a fine line a little bit because I know you guys love to stop the run, and you can't give up everything to do that. Is this something you saw on his tape?
Yeah, I mean, he's got rush ability. I think he had 11 sacks in his career. He blocked a bunch of kicks on special teams, so he's really a guy.
So we'll continue on the NFL track shortly. Malik Muhammad, we'll talk about him in Texas, but we've got some other stuff to jump into, more important. I wouldn't say more, I mean, it is more important, more significant. But guess who just tweeted? So let's catch up. Let's head over to Truth Social. We'll catch up with President Trump's latest important tweet. It is an important tweet. It's not just a rambling one. Maybe it's important. You know, you guys know I cover world events and sports equally. So we're gonna go over to Truth for a quick sec and check this out because sounds like, well, we'll read it together. So I just saw this. So Trump 52 minutes ago tweeted, "I just canceled the trip of my representatives going to Islamabad to meet the Iranians. Too much time wasted on traveling, too much work. Besides which, there is tremendous infighting and confusion within their leadership. Nobody knows who's in charge, including them. We have all the cards, they have none. They want to talk, all they have to do is call." So, any hopes for peace this weekend? Getting Vance? Last night I was hearing that Vance might be summoned to go out to Islamabad if the Iranians are willing to meet. The Iranians had said that they were going to communicate with Pakistanis and that they were not going to directly communicate with Americans. That never changed. I believe America did want to communicate directly. Probably did not work out. Trump knew that wasn't going to work out. They weren't going to meet, that this wasn't going to happen. So he's tweeting about it, saying that the meeting is off. Who knows? But I thought that was important. Here's his other tweet about before the water was painted, the bottom. It does look better. As long as it's not Israel blue. Oh my gosh, coming soon. Crazy. This guy's diabolical. He's just painting the thing blue. I mean, it's okay. All right, let's switch back. I already knew about the Candace. This is crazy too. Candace Owens stock, which is never very high, has fallen. This looks like the lady from that movie on Netflix with Sean Penn and Leonardo, the one that won the Oscars. One Day After Another, is that what it is? It looks like her. It looks like Jungle Pussy. I think that was the name, her street name, their Antifa name, Jungle Pussy. Trump's literally got a picture of Jungle Pussy and put it up as Candace. Crazy. But anyways, the talks are off. Let's switch back over to the draft. All right, where are we at? Malik Muhammad, pretty good pick. We missed a couple picks, but we got Malik Muhammad out of Texas, 6-foot corner, good coverage talent. offset his slender frame. Repping the Raiders. Oh, this guy announced the Raiders pick. Let's check this out.
Desde Mexico.
Oh, it's a woman. He's representing Mexico.
Thanks to my family. Un abrazo.
This is where they got the running back.
With the 26th NFL Black That was a huge
Malik Muhammad, 124 out of Texas. Congrats, young man. Does a good job of chopping pass catchers. That's good. When guys catch the ball, 6-foot tight end, long arms. If he can chop the ball, that's going to, cause a lot of drop balls, incomplete passes. So, he does another thing similar to the linebacker that they talked about from Clemson, Wade. They're saying that Malik is kind of weak, so he needs to add a little strength, and that he can lose tackles. So. But good pick for the Bears overall. Bills back-to-back picks. Skylar Bell. Skylar Bell, receiver out of Connecticut. I love that pick, man. I love that pick. For the Bills, they're not giving up yet. I haven't had any faith in them, but them making a pick like Skylar Bell's, they're giving Josh Allen a weapon for the next 2 to 3 years. He's going to be a baller for at least another 3 to 4 years. So this will be a good thing for him. It says he'll turn into touchdowns with an accurate passer. I mean, I don't think this guy's going to be able to if anyone can outrun, or I don't know, if he might be able to outrun Josh Allen, but I doubt it. Josh Allen's got one of the strongest arms, in the NFL. So. All right, and then the Bills got a linebacker out of TCU, 6'2", 230. Athletic guy, well built. It says that he has problematic instincts, though. So, it's got speed and athleticism to get to the football from sideline to sideline. Frequent struggles with recognizing pass blocking schemes. That's going to be a problem. So this is a guy, a developmental player, probably because he needs some coaching. He needs to focus, film time, calling plays, practice squad, whatever it is. He needs to improve his processing. Should dial in as a backup on a full-time role, it says. So let's see what the Niners do. They've kind of been making. Let's see, who have they picked? They've gotten a receiver, an edge, a running back, and a defensive lineman so far. Sorry, folks. I'm just going over so that way I can click on the teams and see who they've drafted. This has been their draft so far. I think maybe if they got a guy like Kyle Lewis, linebacker out of Pittsburgh, might be a good. Or maybe Sam Heck. Let's look at the best available. We'll have 3 tabs open. That way we can look at the prospects, best available, position, all position, status, undrafted. Carver Willis, offensive tackle, Washington. Is he anywhere on here? So they went tackle. They needed one. They said. 6'5", 300 pounds. He's a good run blocker, from what I can remember from Washington. He just he's a weak guy, man. There's no other ways to say it. Not okay. I'm not going to call him weak, but I'm saying NFL wise, he's not strong. He's 300 pounds. He needs to put on some weight, maybe take some steroids or something. Whatever he needs to do. He needs to eat and lift. It says his run blocking is really good though, but he just doesn't have a lot of power. Pass protection spotty. Because he's the anchor, so he needs to do some squats. He has good quickness and grip strength to complete. So he's an athletic guy. There's potential there. He just needs to get his base and his trunk a little thicker, and then he could be a good guy, So it's like a Niner type player, Sounds like. Who's this? Let's hear this.
Need to give a shout out to my brother Jason. He may not be here today, but he's here with me in spirit. Just like everyone across the world and in my home country, Canada. And a huge shout out to my new family, the international fans, is proof why football's not just America's game, it's the world's game. McAfee, you're not the only one that can cut a promo. Now, Bills fans, ask yourself this. Where else would you rather be?
Connor Lew just got picked. This guy was a top 60 prospect coming into the year. Team captain. I guess it says he's recovering from ACL, suffered 2025. Natural bender. With better foot quickness and athleticism than he shows in the Auburn run scheme. Strong hands, good core, 6'3", 310. His frame and game will continue to improve, lose toughness. Yeah, this guy for a center, 6'3", 310, put on a little weight, get a little more solid, move. That's a starting center in the future. He was a top 60 projected pick before, so probably before that injury and Auburn's shitty performance this season, This is the Niners pick, Carver. It's the guy that needs to put on some weight. Good run blocker, a little weak, looks a little lean. And then this is the center, Connor Lew. Looks like he'll be an NFL guy. Just needs to put on a little weight as well. This is, I think this is maybe A plus for the Bengals. They need to protect Joe Burrow. They're giving him, dare I say it, maybe not a franchise center, but a guy that's going to be their franchise center for a while. I'm not saying he's going to be the best center in the NFL, but he's going to be around for 3 or 4 years, probably, right? 3 or 4 years, that's pretty solid for a lineman as a starter. So just give him a season to break in, a season or two. So Will Leaf the third, I'm being told, is the Panthers pick. Will Lee. Let's check out Keontae Scott.
Football and makes play after play. How about this? Here he is inside. Watch him just drive. He drives on the football and makes play after play. How about this one early in the game? He reads it. He does not hesitate. Pick 6 against the Buckeyes, setting the tone in that game. And here he is against Indiana off the edge. I talked about that energy. You saw it big time in the A&M playoff game as well. They would set their defense where basically it was just Bain and him on the back. Here he is inside. Watch him just drive.
Pretty good stuff. Here he is. Will Lee the third. He's a good-sized corner, 6'1.5". It's good length. Inconsistent instincts, though. That's not good. It says he's better in man, when he's in man, than when in zone. Zone, he can get lost a little bit, but he can handle both. Pure speed can get away from him. So, there's that. It says people think he'll be between a backup and potentially a starter in the future. So, it's not a bad pick. These NFL draft folk, some of them are I mean, trust me, I used to be really into it, not as much anymore, but 300,000 people in one spot, that's way too many people for me. I don't think I can do it, guys. I think I'm old man to get off my lawn now compared to do that. This is crazy. Congrats on no fights, though. Whose dog is this? Delp. Look at the dog. It's a Friend State dog right there. It's got a bow on it. Look, he wants a hug with the dog. He's stealing the spot. That's what you gotta love. How do you not love America, sports, and just USA? Look at that dog. It's an American dog. Alright, pick is in. Trey Moore, edge out of Texas. Another Texas guy. We had the Texas A&M, but who was it? The corner? Malik Muhammad. And now we got Trey Moore. 6'1", 240. I'm hearing violent hands. I'm hearing he's got violent hands. Good power. I guess he's just not a great athlete, and he just needs to get a little bit stronger, but he's a football player, you know? So some teams may label him a tweener. I see a versatile prospect. Competitiveness and feel for the game should allow him to translate. Yeah, if he just needs to get the fitness stuff, I mean, the NFL has the best people in the world for that. He's a football player. I mean, go out there and ball, man. 6'1", almost 6'2", that's plenty big enough. 240 to be a linebacker. You know, I don't know about an edge. A little small for an edge, but it might be fine. So we'll see how he does up against some of these 6'8", 210, 220, 320 tackles that have gotten drafted. Genesis Smith, SAF. What the hell is that? Is there a new Oh, I think it's a safety, right? Yeah. Why do they call it free safety, strong side? I remember that, but or just free safety. Ball hawk, 6'2", good size. Coverage qualities, alarming issues in open field tackling. Oh, wow. I don't think he can tackle very well. So I think his tackling is the biggest low impact run defender and open field tackler. There's too many times where he either whiffs or has a tackle broken, allowing a much bigger gain. And he's the last line of defense. You don't want such a poor tackler as one of your guys, but if he's a really good coverage guy, it's gonna work out, you know? This is him, the guy that can't tackle very well.
First of all, I want to thank the NFL and the Carolina Panthers organization for having me. Such a blast. You guys are the best. And now, big shout out to the second international fan, the second most international fan from the Carolina Panthers. It's my little dog, Frida. She can't be here tonight, but she's here with me in my heart. All right, let's get to it. I trust in Dan. So, with the 129th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers, division champions, select Will Lee, the third defensive back, Texas A&M.
Jeremiah Wright, guard. Auburn. So Jeremiah Wright, guard, big guard, 6'5", 330 out of Auburn, goes to the Aints. The Saints. Check him out. He's a ground and pound right guard with excellent power at the point of attack. I like that sentence. Wright is a ground and pound guard with excellent power at point of attack. There are concerns about his hand placement and pass protection, though. He has size power to go head-to-head with NFL gap and power concepts, playing with nasty finishers' demeanor, average instincts, lack of foot quickness, leave him vulnerable to athletic rushers. I mean, that's why he plays guard, right? So, limited athlete. He's tough, strong, ready to play. Play a day 3 pro. All right. He's just not very athletic. I mean, how athletic do you got to be? 6'3", 350. Is he 350? Did I read that right? No, 330. 6'5".
When they moved him on the edge, you saw...
No history. Go Dolphins!
So another one we're paying attention to how he's announced, right?
The perfect team in NFL history. Miami Dolphins select Trey Moore, linebacker, Texas. Go Dolphins!
So another one we're paying attention to how he's announced, right? He's off the ball linebacker, or is he going to be an edge rusher? He's done a little bit of both. Started off the ball, then you see him get more opportunities to line up on the edge. See the statistics there on the screen. He can run. He ran 4.54. You see it in his play. I thought he was a real fluid athlete, too. You watch him redirect, but can do a lot of different things. Here he is coming off of the edge. You see that speed to close and finish with a safety here, CD. I think this is someone early on. You're going to see him on special teams. You're going to see him in sub. You're going to see him finding his way on the field in third downs. You can blitz him from off the ball. But to me, I thought when they moved him on the edge, you saw some upside for him.
See what the perfect team.
So Jeremiah Moore, I'm hearing the downside is Jeremiah Wright, his downside is the pass protection. Pick is in. Ravens acquired from the Niners, tight end Matthew Hibner. Baltimore has a tendency to usually pick the top guys on the board. So, this guy was just picked. These are some of the best guys available here. Kilgore, Lewis, Harris. So we had all the tight ends that got drafted in the, second round and third round yesterday. And people were freaking out saying, what the hell is going on with all these white tight ends getting drafted? Not because they're white, but they were all white. They're like blocking guys or like receiving guys with not very much strength that can't block. It was just they're getting picked like 100 picks ahead of what they were expected to get picked. Or at least where they were rated, ahead of other tight ends that were rated much higher. So this is another pick that is going to get torched. This guy was not supposed to be picked at this point, and there's better tight ends available. So people are going to be hating on this pick. 6-year senior who broke out at SMU in his final 2 seasons after 4 quiet years with limited snaps in production. Yeah, see. His ankle tightness limits his change of direction, quickness, and ability. I mean, these things did not sound good. To uncover underneath. He builds speed when working the seams. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading that because the screen is in the letters. Hibner has a demeanor and tenacity for pro blocking duties. He's undersized and needs to work on his hand placement and improve consistency of results. Day 3, move to tight end. So we'll see what happens. It looks like a guy they're going to probably stockpile and develop. So it's just a high pick for it, you know? I think all the draft guys, and we'll go into it, but I think they're going to be talking about this tight end draft for a while.
I'll keep this short, like your postseason.
Oh, ouch. Oh. Wow!
With the 133rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Matthew Hibner, tight end, SMU! Woo! Pittsburgh. I'll keep this.
I don't think I would. Pick is in. Falcons select Kendall Daniels, linebacker out of Oklahoma. Transferred to Oklahoma from Oklahoma State. 6'5", big guy, 242. He's making plays at Oklahoma. He made plays. Safety turned linebacker. Damn, he must have been a big-ass safety unless he grew a lot. With outstanding length and athleticism, lagging behind in instincts and fundamentals. Step slow to diagnose the flow ahead of the blocking. So it's probably just from him playing safety and not linebacker for a while. Lacks to take on physically in leverage gap. His quickness makes him a menace in the gap. So he's fast. He's not that strong probably because he's 6'5". His weight's probably positioned a little weird. Must improve tackling technique. Proficient in zone and man coverage. Can also be used to blitz or spy. I mean, it sounds like for the NFL he's a good fit. I know we're shifting back to running it even more, a little run heavier, but as far as the speed, the pass coverage, the athleticism, Daniel's traits and potential could raise his profile. Currently projects as a sub-package linebacker. So, I mean, it's a need that the Falcons needed. I'm hearing some scouts had this guy as like a 200 to 260th ranked player. So a little early. But if they needed him, that's what it is, you know? I think there's a guy named Kyle Lewis that's still out there that I remember being better. And then Bryce Betcher just got drafted. So yeah, we'll check out the linebackers. Let's see. Let's check the linebacker prospects. Crazy. I guess this guy was playing baseball his first couple of years. 6'1", 230, two sports standout, athlete. So we'll see how he turns out. People seem to like this guy. See if we can get some highlights. guy played center field for the Duck baseball team too. So a lot of these two-sport athlete guys, they just know how to. They have good instincts. They know how to move. They're tough. So not a bad pick. Let's see if he hits a home run here.
Calvin Shapiro. Betcher.
That's
deep to left and
that
a
pop,
moonshot
that
is
noise.
out here, and the Ducks take the lead.
You can deliver that pop. You can probably hit a guy too pretty good. Look at this pop. That's how he's gonna hit.
Deep.
Who did he get drafted by? Indy.
Deep to left and a.
Who's the Steelers running back?
Deep to left and a moonshot is out of here, and the Ducks take the lead.
Oh, is this the Cowboy draft show?
But Keyshawn Elliott was super productive, and he also does have some blitz rush ability. I think he looks bigger. Than what he played.
I think linebacker or hand in the dirt defensive lineman makes sense here.
Why hand in the dirt?
Because I think what you've got right now is there's
a lot of
you feel comfortable with Quinnen and Kenny.
Fascinating.
But there's a lot of
Betcher, linebacker, or
guessing that you're doing there. I mean, you got to remember they didn't have a
Look, his average size and length, but man, this guy has a real nifty up and under move. He's got a steady bull rush. You watch the All-Star game, the East-West Shrine game. He has a sack and a safety in that one. Thought there's a little juice to him, a little explosiveness to him. Got to be a little more disciplined, keep him contained on the edge, but I like the way how hard he plays, and that, again, shows up on special teams as well.
Yeah, and his running mate that you referenced, Vinny Anthony, we're going to see him come off the board at some point as well, because you were wondering which edge would go first. In this case, Wesley Williams wins the race to the quarterback, or should I say the draft pick.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 picks left in the 4th round. Let's watch.
He's
Cowboys.
starting 4 technique until they sign Bullard, really, or they're going to have to run out there with Abonia. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to address that here or they went linebacker, either one.
Abney, Wheatley, Rivers. I mean, yeah, I can understand it. The league hates good football players.
Ain't going to be the game, Mr. Brothers.
I mean, Perkins, I still think would be.
Not on the yacht this time.
I'm directing at the league.
No, I know.
Perkins would be.
Even though I'm going to get clipped for it on Monday.
Which 5'6" player would you take here, Brian?
Which 5'6"?
Yeah,
player?
which 5'6" player would you take here?
Is there a 5'6" player?
Rivers.
On the board?
If there is, I'm sure you'd take him.
You would take Rivers.
I am all about. I'm just all about
5'9".
I'm just. All I know is Bobby. Listen. No, I know you are, but all I know, and let's as a group, and we all look at these players. Do you feel like the players that drafted in today have been better on your board?
Oh, that's defensive line.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's defensive because that's Marcus Dixon. So
Dixon just walked in the room.
I would guess
D lineman.
Saints pick is
if this is D lineman
from Michigan.
I would guess.
They got a receiver that can fly. Bryce Lance, North Dakota State, 6'3", 200-pound kid. 5th season senior, 2 seasons of explosive production as a boundary target. Lance lacks release quickness in the short area as a route runner, but possesses outstanding ball skills and instincts, allowing him to create and catch and create space. So he has good gas, but it's not NFL gas. He'll have to spend more time on his routes. He can fly. I like it. It's good. Who do the Saints have at quarterback? I don't even know who their quarterback is. All right, Cowboys, edge, linebacker, corner, DL, all the fun positions. They've had a pretty good draft so far. Let's go prospects. All positions undrafted. Kilgore might be a guy. I think they already drafted a safety, but Kilgore would be a guy for Dallas. Jerry, just go.
I would love for them to take. I would love for them to take Llewellyn. I don't think
Llewellyn would be fun.
I mean, it would be fun for me because I think he's when you watch him, the measurables.
I like this guy.
He's not going to run the fastest. He's not going to, test the best. But you watch just an outstanding football player. Iowa's defense is good, and you watch those guys play, and they play well as a unit.
Vach, I know you really liked him too.
Who's that?
Llewellyn.
Man, I was a big fan of Llewellyn. He can play with his hand in the dirt, and he can stand up and be an outside linebacker and rush. If it's him or Rager or one of those kind of guys, man, I'm probably going to get up.
I would take Perkins and play him back at edge.
So
Llewellyn, Joseph, Overton, Lucas, USC, possibly Curry from Ohio State.
Here's the sixth selection at 136. Cowboys right now.
Priceless. That's a damn good
pick.
Hey,
man, go with Kilgore. If you only get 2-3 years out of him, that's better than you'll get out of any other last pick in the third round.
Selection.
Gotta go. Look at Jerry rubbing his hands together. It's Kilgore.
Ryan Slants,
It's Kilgore.
wide receiver
Trey's brother
from North Dakota State University.
Right now, your wide receiver 5 is Jonathan Mingo? Question mark. I mean, that's kind of your fifth guy.
End up with more false fair catches than touchdowns last year.
I think trying to be that guy.
He had a touchdown, did he?
He had a specific
he had
role.
2 of the false fair catches. So then, yeah.
What were you saying, Brian?
I think the fact that they tried to play him more on the offense hurt him. I think
we're drafting with Jerry.
It took away from him being, focusing on where
pick is in. We're just waiting.
And that's
commercials
as a returner.
Man, he's already almost 30.
Yeah. Entered the league late.
2 touchdowns last year.
Okay, so he had the same number.
Yeah, he had that big touchdown against.
But that should never
Washington
be the stat.
As a receiver. No.
It's like my favorite Sam Williams stat.
We'll talk about that later. We're streaming on a
Sam
lot of
Heck
platforms,
out of Kansas State center is still available. I like him a lot.
We'll wait on those types of stats.
It's a fun one.
The Cowboys did draft a safety in the first round. Man, draft this other. Draft Kilgore
Looks
too.
like the War Room.
Forget it. Just go. Get that second. That secondary is so bad. They need all the help they can get.
They've gone to 2 commercial breaks in 2 picks.
They already picked
We've
the
been
corners
waiting for all of this to happen.
Put money in Jerry's pocket.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Get your monies. Get your monies.
It's gotten to the point where I think we've already had kind of a good idea of the names that are on the short list to be
once you pick
selection.
I mean, they're going to pick somebody at 7th, but this is really kind of the
last one.
This is the summation of what your draft class is going to end up looking like. And if they come away with any of the names we've been talking about here, I think you generally feel pretty good about what you've done.
You had a pretty good first couple of goes at it. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of set the tone for the rest of it, If you would have hated your first pick, then I would have really wanted my 4s to carry the load for it. But if you get Caleb Downs, man, the rest of these guys can just be like traits dudes, and I wouldn't care too much.
While we're waiting here, roll into your next tailgate in style with your own Club Car, the official golf car of the Dallas Cowboys. Club Car low-speed vehicles deliver the performance and quality that Cowboys fans expect with features and comfort you command. Visit clubcar.com.
A lot of good players
today.
still available.
Of course, we are the Draft Show with Bobby Belt, Brian Broaddus, Zach Wolchuk, Vach Lombardi. I'm Kyle Yeomans. Brought to you by Miller Lite, the only beer of the Dallas Cowboys. It is Miller time. It's also draft time for Dallas. Their pick is in, and they're having some conversation. Looks like the room is cleared out a little bit outside of the main figures at the end of the table there for Dallas.
All right, everyone go to lunch. We'll circle back.
And that might be the case with no picks in the 5th or the 6th round.
Just start working on that free agency. Get on those phones and
if
say,
you've got that much of a leeway.
It's when Sean Payton
it's the last pick for the Cowboys,
his magic with Tony Romo. We started in the 5th round and then carried that thing through. So maybe, it used to be every scout had a coach that they worked with, and they tried to Stephen Jones had a plan.
Cowboys pick is in, folks. Their fans are crazy.
Everybody would go to work on that. So maybe you're going to have to do a little bit of recruiting. I know we've got a long time still left. It's only 1:00. We got about 5 more hours of this thing.
Yeah.
So I'd get on the phone and say, hey, listen, I'm I know we got 5 hours left, but if you don't get picked, man, you know I love you.
Yeah.
You know I love you, man. And I know I can maybe get you some money.
We're gonna be the first one on the board.
Maybe not as much money as you were getting NIL, but I'll get you some money.
Yeah.
You know?
Big bread.
Lots of excitement in Pittsburgh.
Kevin
You're showing
Booth's
off all the
announcing
Cowboys fans.
the
Shout
pick
out all
right
those
now.
Cowboys fans that made the trek to Pittsburgh, by the way, for the actual NFL
Here it
draft.
is.
Here is the
Left
selection
tackle.
after a long await. It's
It's
137
LT
overall for the Dallas
Overton,
Cowboys.
edge
Well,
out of
all right.
Alabama.
With the 137th pick in the
6'3",
2026
274.
NFL Draft,
Big boy.
the Dallas Cowboys select LT Overton, defensive end, Alabama.
We were just talking about him, Bobby, as a possibility. Hand in the ground, 6'3", 274 pounds. He is versatile. He can play along that defensive line. And the Cowboys go get another member of the front seven with their final pick here in the fourth round of the 2026 NFL Draft. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we're going to break down this pick even further, and we're going to including getting him on the phone and having some secret audio. Plus, Zach Wolchuk is going to drive the bus for a little bit here on the stream side of things. You're listening to the 2026 NFL Draft on the Dallas Cowboys Radio
Here's
Network
the thing,
and on
is this guy going to be able to
DallasCowboys.com.
develop as an edge into a pass rusher?
All right, LT Overton. Brian, while we switch out
could
some
just be a
spots, would you
defensive
mind breaking
end.
Yeah, I'll
for
do my
us?
best here with, let me get to my notes.
Four eye guy, right, Brian?
But they just call him edges
Four eye
now.
guy,
but he's really
big
just
guy,
a
long
Yeah,
arms.
this is
A
the
basic
thing that I
defensive
was
end,
kind of
yeah.
with Overton. I couldn't figure out where to play him. And I pride myself on being able to have an understanding of
It's
where to
probably
play
like
him.
a depth
But the
pick
fact
for the
that
Cowboys
you said
to
the
shore
4-eye
up
stuff,
their
I think makes a
practice
lot
squad,
of sense as well.
injuries later in the
He has a
season,
transfer from
development.
Texas A&M. He's played up
A
and
guy
down
that
the
you can
line
get in there,
during his
plug
career.
and
He's
play
got
on
some strength.
special
He's got
teams,
some
perhaps.
power to his game. He's 6'5", 278 is what we're dealing with here. I thought he played pretty well at the point of attack, the wide base, thick lower half, kind of taking on blocks, holding his gap. I'd like to
Alabama guys are usually pretty good.
see him come off the ball.
Passion. That's where he really wanted to make his mark. His dad has been a big influence on his career, so we're going to see him
What
go.
the hell? They made him
DJ,
throw it
we
out
all
in his uniform.
So here's his baseball background, CD.
And by the way, not ceremonial as a baseball player, a legit guy. Been drafted into the major leagues, 13th round by Houston, played very well for the Oregon
13th round
Ducks,
by Houston,
but thought
that's cool.
football was his passion. That's where he really wanted to make his mark. His dad has been a big influence on his career, so we're going to see him do it. DJ, we often...
So here
135e selectie
So, Overton.
in de 2026 draft van de NFL selecteren de Indianapolis.
Shut up, bro. .6'3", 274 defensive end. Dolphins, Kyle Lewis. A little undersized guy, but he's more of a safety / linebacker. He can really find the ball, though, they say, and he can really find the tackler, or for the guy to tackle. It's not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. He's just a little undersized, so he may have been picked a little bit early, but he's got good speed. He's got good instincts. Will eventually be a plus starter. Yeah, he's a pretty good player. He's like a safety, strong safety type guy, linebacker, rover, whatever they call it now. So that's not a bad pick. Kyle Lewis, Pitt.
Defensive end, Alabama. With the 137th.
Oh, his brother's Trey Lance.
11 feet. That's easy about it. You mentioned he ran 4.34. He vertical 40 inches. He broad jumped 11 feet. This guy's a freaky athlete that we're getting in the 5th round.
So he was the first one to hug his brother Trey when he got a call from the 49ers 5 years ago. making the 3rd overall pick.
Easy about it. You mentioned he ran 4.34.
That's cool. The brother of Trey Lance is gone. Bryce Lance, wide receiver. I didn't even know that was his brother. President Trump has told me over the phone that he has unilaterally canceled the Witkoff-Kushner trip to Pakistan to meet with the Iranians. I've told my people a while ago they're getting ready to leave, and I said, nope, you're not making an 18-hour flight to get there. We all have cards. We have all the cards. They can call us anytime, but you're not going to be making any more 18-hour flights to sit around and talk about nothing. Oh, this is so sad, the Reiner thing. Sorry, guys, we missed the last pick. Ephesian Price Sock. Tall corner, 6'3". All right, good size, almost 200 pounds, expressive length, center of gravity. He's upright. He stays more connected when he can press. Okay. Colby Young, big receiver. Miami kid. Pretty much 6'5", 218, under a 4.5 40. He's a big guy. This guy's a good risk. Missed games, arrest, suspension, that type of dude, but he's a big, huge athlete. This is just an athleticism pick, basically. Big bruiser guy. I think T. Higgins is the only other guy that can play as an X, so this guy could be an X, a very good X receiver. So, yeah, it'd be pretty good pick, probably. If he can stay on the field, if he can practice, play hard. I mean, that's a stacked receiver room to begin with, so... Alright, guys, we're starting up the 4th round. See if I can find some highlights on that kid. I always call him kids, man. I'll see if I can find some on that man, but... So Nick Caserio is on the clock. It's the couch crashing lab.
With the 73rd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Oscar.
Look at him trying to get in on the... He's like, what's going on? He's looking around. Oh my god. He's like, oh, they're celebrating. Hold on, let me get close to my favorite human. He's like, what? Oh, here, let me take a spot. So they stop beating him up. That dog's great. The only wholesome moments we get in America are brought to us by non-human beings. Dad catches foul ball holding baby at Coors Field. this is an old video. I've seen this. Or is this another one? Yeah, he's about to drop the baby. He catches the baby. The baby's even got a bottle. The baby's got its own beer in the bottle. So the baby could go to sleep and not cry at the game. That's a fucking world-class trailer park board. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Peak male performance. USC, Kamari Ramsey, number 141, baby, first pick in the 5th round. Versatile safety, solid size, heavier workload at nickelback after splitting time at 3 safety spots, 2014. Average eyes in space, good break anticipation, matched up with man, adequate covering the slot in college, may have short area burst. All right, and then the next pick, rapidly in, the Tennessee Titans select Fernando Carmona, guard out of Arkansas. 6'4", good size for a guard, 316. He'll gain a little extra weight probably for guard there in the NFL. Combative lineman who brings energy to the locker room and energy to the field. Carries a burly build with short arms. Making the move to guard in 2025. After 3 seasons at left tackle, he's tough and plays maximum effort. He'll lose his many on the NFL level due to his lack of body control and inconsistent hands. Says backup duty appears his ceiling. I don't know. Oh look, we got a Cincinnati Bengals press conference. Let's go over to the Bengals, and then we'll so watch this for a little bit. I'm gonna go probably get a snack. I'll be back.
Colby's just an outstanding compliment. Fortunate to get him in the 4th round, and so again, like Pitch said, we obviously had a higher value on him than where we actually got him. And so I just think he's a great target for Joe, great catch radius, can use him a lot of different ways.
Zach, what was it specifically about the background on Colby that made you comfortable with that? Or was there certain things that stood out to you about that report?
Just talking to all the humans we talked to that really stood on the table for him. And Georgia returned him to play. So Georgia went through the whole process, returned him to play. So it just felt really comfortable with the person we're adding to our locker room, the person we're adding to our community, just all of us getting to know the kid, feel really, really comfortable with bringing Colby in here. And I think once you all get to know him, you'll see the same thing we see.
Dan, from a character standpoint, when you met with him and you were with him and spent time with him, what stood out?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just think the way he was able to articulate his responsibilities within their offense, really his mature kind of perspective on his whole college career, right? Because he's a super talented guy, and sometimes those guys come with maybe bigger production. And I just think he had a very mature perspective on that, maybe things he could have done better along the way, areas he felt like he needed to grow. And then, we always test these guys. We teach them parts of our offense, have them, be able to teach them back to us in a short time period. And he just was excellent at all that. Articulate, intelligent, all the things we look for to be able to run our offense. So we're excited.
Steve, what went into the decision to make the pick swap you guys did?
There's still a decent amount of players that we went into this thing early today. And there was the guys that we felt like if we were to trade back would still be available to us there at those 2 picks. And we were able to move up one of our 6th-round picks up to the 4th round and get 2 guys there that we were not there's one that would likely not be there in the 6th round. So we were able to jump up and get 2 of those guys there.
From a roster construction standpoint, how important was it to get a center this weekend?
Yeah, it was important. Obviously, we've got Ted, and Ted's our guy, but we do need some competition in that room, and so yeah, we were thin at the center position.
Zach, what about Connor at the age of 20 makes him somebody who could step into an NFL locker room and be able to lead potentially a group of men?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking back. I was a redshirt freshman in junior college when I was 21 years old. So to be 20 going to the NFL, a lot of upside in front of him, And so, again, to have played 2.5 years as a starting center in the SEC, we feel really good about his progression off the injury he's had. And Pitch and our line coaches have spent time with the makeup part of it and the interview process and really stood on the table for him that way. They're just going to fit in great. Locker room, O-line room, which is critical for us. And so really excited to add him to the mix and get him in there competing.
Zach, knowing each prospect is different, have there been things that you've learned as far as in your vetting process when there is a player who comes to your table and there are some red flags that have been reported? Has anything changed in your approach to making sure that you vet the player the way that you feel you need to?
Sure. I think, there's been times I've signed up for great risk in the past. I've put my hand up, when there's maybe some of those red flags up there. This is one that I feel great about, because, you go through the process over the last 7 years and guys I've had to spend a lot of time with once we acquired them and got them in here, guys I wanted, and sometimes it's more difficult than others. This is one I feel great about, and I feel great that everyone's going to feel that when they get a chance to see both these guys in the locker room and get around them and get to know their personalities more. And so I feel extremely comfortable. So I'm good.
What does it do for you guys to have a second body type?
Colby Young, he's talking about, I think,
6'4", 220 type.
With his
I think
arrest,
that length, that speed,
off the field issues,
the competition he's faced. He's a great fit for what we do. We like to throw the football, and so the more guys that I think can be added and viewed as weapons is a really good thing for us. And so we've got guys with a lot of length. We got a lot of those guys. You look at T and Dre and now Colby, and you look at the tight ends, Gesicki. So I feel really good about the room we've created there with both that tight end room and the receiver room.
Steve, when we were going back to not just draft related.
stitches and get him all fixed up. Now, it's certainly a curiosity that Garrett Nussmeier went after Cade Klubnik, but I think it's fair to say teams are really trying to understand what to actually make of his season this past year. Obviously did not quite compare to the 2024, was dealing with oblique pain and abdominal discomfort really since early on in training camp, affected his performance, significantly affected the way he threw. Then they learned at the combine that he had actually been dealing with a cyst near his spine, something that really had caused the weakness and discomfort. Surgery is possible, really be just a couple weeks just to repair the stitches and get him all fixed up, just to get him back throwing like normal. But at the combine, a much better throwing performance still. I would say a little odd that he has not been selected as, especially because most teams believe he would be a good backup quarterback at the least. Now, it's certainly a curiosity that Garrett Nussmeier.
Hello, Pittsburgh! It's beautiful city! Viva Mexico! I'm sorry. With the 141 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Kamari Renser, DBUSC. Go Texas! Viva Mexico! Hello, Pittsburgh! It's
Oh, I'm upset. I'm sorry I was on mute, folks. I had some good stuff I was saying, but well, we will continue. Sorry, that must have really sucked. I was here. You guys need to watch this guy. You guys need to watch
went after Cade Klubnik, but
Nussmeier.
I think it's fair to say.
So we're talking about why Nussmeier is still. Oh, geez. I wonder how much you guys didn't hear. Anyways, my fault, folks. Nussmeier's still available. Taylor Green, Pavia. When Pavia gets drafted, everyone's gonna lose their mind. Heck, I like the pick. Barrett, he's a big nose tackle. He's gonna plug the middle. He's gonna be like a rotational nose tackle. Plays 1 to 2 downs, probably third down on short, fourth down maybe. Brailsford's undersized center. People aren't loving this. I mean, he's a SEC center though, out of Alabama, so that's a pretty good pick. Next pick, Joshua Josephs. NBA caliber wingspan, 6'3", 240 edge. Is he athletic? He just needs to continue filling out his frame. All right, you guys, we need to listen to what Rap Sheet said.
Yeah, Rich, certainly a curiosity that Garrett Nussmeier went after Cade Klubnik, but I think it's fair to say teams are really trying to understand what to actually make of his season this past year. Obviously did not quite compare to the 2024, was dealing with oblique pain and abdominal discomfort really since early on in training camp, affected his performance, significantly affected the way he threw. Then they learned at the combine that he had actually been dealing with a cyst near his spine, something that really had caused the weakness and discomfort. Surgery is possible, really be just a couple weeks just to repair the stitches and get him all fixed up, just to get him back throwing like normal. But at the combine, a much better throwing performance still. I would say a little odd that he has not been selected as, especially because most teams believe he would be a good backup quarterback at the least.
So
Rich, certainly a curiosity that Garrett Nussmeier went after Cade Klubnik, but
maybe that cyst is more serious than expected. This fucking guy, he's straight up from Mexico, I think. How they're doing the fans, allowing the fans from other countries to come. This guy's fucking hilarious. Listen to his energy.
Hello, Pittsburgh! It's beautiful city! Viva Mexico! I'm sorry. With the 141 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Kamari Renser, DBUST. Go Texas! Viva Mexico!
So breaking, Seattle just traded their 2027 fourth round pick, which is the 2027 draft is apparently looked at as a really high caliber draft. That would be like trading a third round pick at this point, is what they're saying. They traded that to move up right now. Who is the best available? We have guys like, we have a corner, Abney II out of Arizona State, Shrouth, guard out of Notre Dame, Emmett Johnson back out of Nebraska. So who are the Seahawks trading up to get? It's something that they need because they're a Super Bowl caliber team and they're trading up to pick a player they think can fill in. So let's look into the Seahawks. Running back, Price. Safety, corner. So they need a lineman, receiver, edge. Lineman, edge, receiver. Maybe Xavier Harris. Maybe Brian Parker. Maybe Burks or Allen. So this is kind of a big trade. The pick is in. Guard, Bo Stevens. .6'5", 315. Short arms, average athleticism, scheme-friendly surroundings. Could eventually become a starter on the right team. Okay, maybe he's a guy that they got you can't doubt the Seahawks coaching and their GM ability after what they put together with Sam Darnold and crew last year. It's fantastic. So they got the bragging rights right now. All you got to do is say, "Do you, bro? Do you?" And they're traded up for this. I think they're getting compensatory picks next year as well. I was hearing something about that. So maybe that's why they made this trade where they're giving up the next year's 4th round for this pick to move up. They didn't have a ton of picks, so this must have been a guy that they really enjoyed. They must have enjoyed their time with him if they spent any, or the scouting. Like, they must have really liked it. So it seems like that's one of their guys out of Iowa. So Justin Jefferson, 6-foot linebacker. He is a little bit smallish of a weak side linebacker. His game centered around his quickness and instincts. Yeah, he's about the size of a strong safety, man. But so he's athletic, above average change of direction, quickness to stay with the play, lacks functional size on blocks. So, but a linebacker out of Alabama, I mean, he's only 6 foot, 220, but it's not the fight in the dog, it's the dog in the fight. Sometimes that linebacker. So.
To the Bengals and the NFL for having me all the way from Australia today. Thank you so much. I also want to give a shout out to my Bengals fans back home and all around the world. This one's for you.
Bengals in Australia, that's fun. That's cool. I didn't see that coming.
With the 140th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Colby Young, wide receiver, Georgia.
We're hanging in there ourselves, so let's turn back the clock a little bit to start our chat to the first round as Caleb Downs is dropping. Walk me through what was going on in your draft room.
A lot of nerves, a lot of conversation of how we find a way to get this guy added to the football team. We think he's an elite, dynamic player. Rich, we've been really looking for versatility on the defensive side of the ball, and I think he's maybe the most versatile player in the entire draft. And our ability to move up and get him, I thought, was quite honestly very surgical.
Coach, you went and got a pass rusher with your next pick in Malachi Lawrence, and I mean, I think it's cheating when you have institutional knowledge like you guys did on him. How much of that helped you in that evaluation process?
It's always good when the inside knowledge you have with Dimitri Brim being here aligns with what the scouts are saying. And then I'm not saying it's an advantage, but Malachi was here at the East-West game right here in the Ford Center. So pretty cool advantage for us that we got a chance to watch him work. And, again, we're thrilled with the upside, the ability to rush the passer. And he doesn't just sack the quarterback, he gets the ball away, which we love.
I'm not muted still. Okay, good.
He is the head coach.
Wrong. You should have been a lot higher in this draft slot. Jalen.
What's going on?
Chris Ballard with the Colts, man. Hey, welcome,
Ballard,
Andy. We're going to take
Ballard's
you right
fun.
here. Oh, man, we're excited to get you, man. You're going to do great. You're going to prove a lot of people wrong. You should have been a lot higher in this draft slot.
Come on, Coach Gardner.
What's up, dude?
What's going on, Coach?
How you doing, man?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Yeah,
Coach.
bro. I can't wait to get you here, man. It's going to be awesome.
Hi, Jalen. We're so excited to have you. Chris is right. You should have been drafted higher.
I appreciate
We're lucky.
y'all. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I
We
appreciate
can't wait
you.
to meet you.
Jalen.
What's going on?
Chris Ballard with the Colts, man.
That's
hey,
a cool
welcome.
fucking phone call, man. Oh, that's a cool moment. You got everyone there. That's about as good as it gets. That's before you know anything bad. before there's anything bad. It's just all good. The GM, the owner, the coach, everyone just telling you, hey, you should have been drafted higher. We're blessed that we were able to get you. Thank you for coming. That is an amazing moment. That's fucking cool.
Coach of the Dallas
gotta
Cowboys,
retweet
Brian
that.
Schottenheimer. How you doing, Brian?
I'm real AJ Garcia on X. You can
Andy,
reach
we're going to
me.
take you right here.
You
Oh,
can
man,
reach
we're
me on X whenever. It's real AJ Garcia. So we've had some picks. Let's okay, Dalton Johnson. So Wheatley, let's get back to Wheatley. Penn State, safety. Big safety, 6'3". Long athletic safety whose career arc slowly shows steady improvement. That's important. I like to see guys with steady improvement as well. There's some guys that just kind of come in and get in as a 4-star guy and get by on their athleticism, and then their numbers don't improve, even though, I don't know. There's just some guys that seem to plateau right away. So if a guy that continues to improve his technique, more production, play on the field, that means a lot, so physicality near the line is average, but he competes and stays in the fight. His tackle radius is wide, but needs cleaner pursuit angles. At least he's not as bad as that last safety that literally it said he couldn't tackle. Day 2 pick, potential to develop into a solid starter. All right, Penn State was disappointing, but that seems like a decent pick. Justin Jolly. Undersized pass catcher for the Broncos. Yeager Burton, Packers. Center out of Kentucky, a guy named Yeager. I mean, that's the most Packer pick of all time, right? Packer pick. Here's Brailsford from earlier. 3rd team SEC. All right, nothing too crazy there. This is Justin Jolly, who just got picked for the Broncos, the undersized pass catcher. Yeager, durable, 5th-year senior. 47, so he's a durable center. 6'4", 3. That's a good size for a center. Where's his weakness? He can slow a bull rush, but needs to do a better job of protecting his edges. Adequate play strength. So I think he needs to get stronger, they're saying. So Packers got him. So Niners have been an interesting draft so far. .6'4", 240, Jaden Duggar, Louisiana.
But I got to start with the first pick for the Rams in the 2026 NFL Draft. Sean, take us through the Ty Simpson selection, all the intrigue, all the speculation. Take us behind the scenes and what went into that pick, and then actually pulling the trigger and making him the selection.
Yeah, well, it didn't get a lot of attention, so, it's glad that we're talking about it. But the big thing I would say is, you get an opportunity to be able to get the 13th pick based on moving back last year, getting Atlanta's pick. We liked his body of work. He's a great kid, football junkie, comes from a football family. And we thought it was a rare opportunity to be able to get a guy like him to learn under one of the all-time greats. And I think the key thing that I wanted to make sure was clear is we are excited about Ty, but this is Matthew Stafford's team. Ty will get an opportunity to be his successor whenever Matthew decides that time is. And we wanted to be able to plan for the short and the long. We know how fortunate we are to be able to have Matthew lead the way, but he's a great kid. He's going to do a great.
So Duggar was a former safety. Some people are really down on him, but I was hearing on Bleacher Report while we were watching the McVay video that they hate this pick. And Duggar couldn't even, yeah. So
Great job coming in, learning, and
let's see if anyone's reacting to this on Twitter. Jaden Duggar. No clue who Jaden Duggar is, but he's bigger than Romello height, and he's off-ball linebacker. Another linebacker sitting on the bench. I would have loved a tight end. Disgusting reach by the Niners to get Duggar. Yeah. So I'm hearing F from the fans and from what people call pros, but the people that are paid to pick this. Maybe his pro day. K-Part out of Clemson. Started just 12 games over 6 seasons. But, I mean, who cares about the starting? It's at Clemson, you know? He's big against the run, so it'll be a big run-stopping guy for Tampa. I'm a huge Tampa fan. What's his name? DeMonte Capehart? What more of a nose tackle name can you come up with than DeMonte Capehart? Dude sounds like a Cape Buffalo. A demon Cape Buffalo. It's good, man. Have him with Vita Vea on our defensive line. Ooh, I'm excited for this guy. This guy, if he can play one down, one every maybe 8 or 9 defensive plays. Let's go, baby. 4.85. That's pretty. He can move. This guy can move. I don't like watching them running shorts and shit, but that boy can move. I like that pick. Good job, Tampa. That's pretty good. So the reason is that he's not young, so people think he's pretty much a finished product, but. I mean, he isn't a guy that is expecting to start. He's never started basically at Clemson. He knows he's a big run stopping, guy, so we got the Colts getting Gums Jr. Edge out of Florida. These guys out of Florida always have to be a threat because they got potential in them. Attitude and work ethic have propelled him through multiple position changes. Oh, so he's played different positions and different. He went from Northern Illinois to Florida. Wow, this guy's got quite a story. It's a type of guy that might be interesting to take a shot at this point. He has an eventual star ceiling with an average backup floor, but his traits and mentality. This guy sounds like a guy that should have been a first day guy. That edge out of Florida. Says he works hard. He's changed all the positions, so he's got good knowledge. He's not stupid. He's tough, competitive versus the run. If he can just tackle, I mean, it's not all about the pass rush, right? Maybe because he's not an elite pass rusher yet. That's why. But I mean, doesn't that just make him like a defensive end or a linebacker? Keith Abney. Next guy, Detroit. So I like the last two picks. I like Capehart. I like Gums Jr. Feisty corner. Two-time leader in PBU. What the hell's PBU? Passes batted? I don't know. Says he's got good coverage IQ and competitiveness. He's kind of an undersized guy, so we'll see. Safety out of Texas for the Dolphins. Michael Tafe. So this guy is a fifth-year senior. I guess he was a walk-on with the Longhorns. Undersized because he's 5'11", safety, 190. Falls short as an open field tackler. So his football IQ might make him a special teams guy. He's going to need heavy lifting to overcome average athleticism. So effort pick, I guess, there. And Bucks are on the clock again. All right, here we go. Bucks, keeping it interesting. See how many picks. Who's got a lot of picks? The Bucks, Vikings got picks. Bills have picks. Ravens got picks. Vikings, Max Bredson. Fullback. Might be the best fullback, probably. Two-time team captain. Oh, his brother's offensive lineman for the Bucks. So this guy will have a good says he'll have his work cut out for him for a roster spot. So, but he might be their practice squad fullback. Or if they start running it. Max Bredson.
With the 152nd pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Justin Jolly, Iowa, North Carolina State. With the 152nd pick.
It's Max Bredson.
Wife back in Switzerland, Karina, with the camera.
This catch is fantastic. Trump cancels envoy for Pakistan trip to Iran.
Envoy's trip to Pakistan to hold talks with Iran. Aisha Hasni sending us this direct quote from the president. I've told my people a little while ago they were getting ready to leave, and I said, nope, you're not going to make an 18-hour flight to go there. We have all the cards. They can call us anytime they want, but you're not going to be making any more 18-hour flights to sit around and talk about nothing. Now, this is significant. It came after the trip earlier in the week where we thought the Vice President J.D. Vance would be going to hold talks was scuttled. So that is breaking news from our own Aisha Hasni. And Alex Hogan is live from the White House with the exclusive details. Alex.
Hi, Aisha. So major shakeup to the negotiations that we did expect to see take place today. And this once again shows how delicate these negotiations are despite the broad international efforts to get everyone to the table at the last hour. Just like this morning, everything can simply fall through. So what we did expect to see, we were waiting to see Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, the U.S. envoys, were going to be leading that delegation today in Pakistan. President Donald Trump, as you mentioned, just telling Fox News' Aisha Hasni today that he has canceled that trip. It comes amid the news that Iran's foreign minister has already left Pakistan. President Trump once again saying that there's no point sending them on an 18-hour flight and that Iran can call at any time.
There's some of the news we heard earlier about canceling the trip. So Abbas Arachi says, very fruitful visit to Pakistan, whose good offices and brotherly efforts to bring back peace to our region were very much valued. Shared Iran's position concerning workable framework to permanently end the war in Iran. Have yet to see if the U.S. is truly serious about diplomacy. So that's the foreign minister. Maybe, or is he the prime minister? I think he's just the foreign minister of Iran. So this foreign minister Abbas with, I believe, Grand Marshal or Field Marshal of Pakistan. So they're just meeting, posing for pictures, sitting in those fine Pakistani chairs. Hopefully, things. We need to get into this Tampa pick, but I'm just catching up on anything crazy that we're totally missing. Matthew Sullivan died from what? UFO whistleblower Matthew Sullivan died from accidental overdose before testimony. Sullivan, who served key intelligence agencies, reportedly viewed non-human aircraft, testified, but was found dead in his Virginia home. Medical ruled it an accidental overdose, alcohol, Xanax, antidepressant. Man, this UFO stuff keeps getting creepier. I need to do. There was a recent episode of Jesse Michaels that I listened to. I like occasionally listening to some of Jesse Michaels. He does really good production. Maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks he has a video. So shout out to Jesse Michaels. Some of them I can't get through. Some of them there's not enough there for me to stick with it. But to think that there's a possibility that it's whatever significant enough for me to spend 3 hours on. But there's one really good one that he did on the UFO disappearances, and I think he's doing part 2 shortly. He goes through like the 11 disappeared people, and he tries to tie them together, how they all knew each other somehow, or how they knew 2 of which knew each other, worked for this person got a patent on this metal, so on and so forth. So the UFO stuff, if you want to get caught up on that, the Jesse Michaels episode is probably the best way to go. I wish there's a way to, maybe I'll do a listen to his and then do my own little report on it. That might be an interesting thing to do because it keeps changing every single day. So everyone knows what that. answer is going to be. Kushner and Wickoff are the two presidents cited for telling him Iran was preparing to strike. Now they'll play hero by leading peace talks. DC's elite flood gay sex app Grindr party before White House.
What's the problem? What's the matter? Come here. Come on. Get out of here, motherfucker. Get out. You don't know, motherfucker. You don't know. I don't know what I did. Son of a bitch, motherfucker.
Say it again.
I thought don't bring. Hey.
What's wrong?
Put the bag.
This is mine.
I know that's yours. Come here.
What's the problem?
What's the problem? What's the matter? Come here. Come on. Come on.
Let him know he's a motherfucker.
Okay. Come on. Come here. No, come on. I know. Come here.
What's wrong, sir? What's wrong?
I don't know. Please. Get out. I said get out. One more time. Get out of here, motherfucker. Get out. You don't know, motherfucker. You don't know.
I don't know what I did.
Son of a bitch, motherfucker.
What the fuck is Don't play with him, my boy.
What's wrong with him?
He about to knock you out. He about to pull you out. My boy, he about to go back in there. He packing you out.
Like, what the hell? I was just trying to
Get
buy
out
a
of
soda.
here,
I was
motherfucker.
just
Get
trying
out.
to fucking steal a soda. What the fuck? Ain't this the free store? I was just trying to fucking drink a soda in front of him. I don't know what he was doing. Alright, we'll get back to the draft. Let's fuck up. We're both and good for you. Oh my god. Sources Laura Loomer gave Corey Lewandowski head. Who isn't she giving head? In order to get on Trump's campaign plane when she wasn't appearing with Epstein. Jesus. Roger Stone. All right. Back to NFL.
Goal, all right, and I agree with you. You got to keep focusing on straining and finishing every play, because if you do, you'll be the kind of player people don't want to play against. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Be something like Quinn Nelson one day. That's a guy right there.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate
Is this the guy that they drafted?
Let me tell you this much: draft him, and I'll make it work. Really impressed with your tape, dude.
I appreciate
Love how you play the game.
Yes,
All
sir,
right,
Coach.
physical. All right, and I agree with you. You got to keep focusing on straining and finishing every play, because if you do, you'll be the kind of player people don't want to play against.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? All right.
Be something like
Yeah,
Quinn
he's
Nelson
talking to
one day.
him like he's already on
That's
the
a guy right
team.
there.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if that was before the draft, but he was talking to him. If it was, he was already talking to him like he was on the team. Chiefs trade up for who? Emmett Johnson. Let's catch up. Tampa's pick, I was hearing this guy out of Notre Dame. He's going to be an NFL starter. Everyone said A+. Tampa just got a starter. So 2-year starter, team captain, tough guy. 6'4", 310 guard, Notre Dame. Lack of body control. What does it say? He's tight in his lowers. I think he had some sort of injury. That's why. Strong hands, consistent. Yeah, so durability. If it wasn't for his injury, he would have been a top, I think, 50 player, people were saying. So Tampa, A fucking plus. I'm excited that as much as, the world and listening to, I listen more Alex Jones than I watch Pat McAfee and Dan Patrick these days, which some days makes me sad and depressed, probably, but it's just real life, it's what's going on. That, War Room, Tucker, Fuentes, a little bit of everything, right? International stuff. But that's what pulls me in. When Tampa has a draft like this, once the NFL season comes back, LeBron and Bronny James yesterday, oh my gosh, we need to hop over to that soon. But I can't show the NBA stuff because it'll get taken off. But LeBron last night for the Lakers, And even if you're a LeBron hater, he's playing with his son, alley-oop to his kid, alley-oop layup in the playoffs. His kid hit a 3 in the big game. Like, it's insane. It's insane. So sports pulls me back, even though sports is meaningless. Anyways, the Chiefs traded up and they got back Emmett Johnson, who is, if you know anything about the Chiefs and anything about Nebraska running backs, he should be a good pickup here. It says he's a hard charging gap scheme runner, steady dose of urgency, decisiveness, fairly predictable run tracks, despite average size and top end speed. Steps on the accelerator once he touches the ball, but runs become segmented when he attempts to cut laterally. Struggles to create for himself when point of entry is cloudy. So I don't know if are the Chiefs still scary? They still got Mahomes, right? Did corner out of Duke, Chandler Rivers, a little undersized, 45 game starter, long-term starter for Duke Blue Devils. And to go to the Ravens, Ravens are a hard-nosed, well, they used to be a hard-nosed defensive team, so they usually know what they're doing. Says he plays smart, rarely makes mistakes, tough kid, good nickel. 6'1" out of Stephen F. Austin out of Stephen A. Smith University. Stephen A. Smith State University. No, Stephen F. Austin State. Yes. Demings, capable in a variety of coverages. Okay, maybe a QB or cornerback 4, I'm hearing. This is the pick by the Chiefs here, Emmett Johnson. Good production. It's going to be one of those backs that's going to have good production with them.
With the 149th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, Cleveland Browns select Justin Jefferson, linebacker, Alabama. With the 104.
Jacksonville Jaguars, Tanner Kozai. So we still haven't had any of those quarterbacks drafted. I'm starting to get hungry. I'm gonna go for a while, and then if I have to get off, then maybe I'll play one of the draft rooms or something, and I'll get something to eat. Because I want to wait till Pavia gets drafted and Nussmeier. So this guy's going to be a developmental blocker. Don't really even want to put him there. He's more of a pass catcher. Chance to be a good third tight end or maybe like a pass catching guy because he's tall, 6'6". They also had that other questionable tight end pick, so they're doing a lot of strange things. Jacksonville is
49th pick.
He's tall kid, man. Tall kid. That one doesn't even listen to it. That's funny. Wow, what a journey that was. The hell? Trusted that cat. Diana Rossini. Prepping for the draft. It's Diana Rossini getting ready for the draft. Savage. I swear that's how women be working out at the gym. It's like crazy. Look at this balloon that got knocked over. Someone needs to pick that balloon man up. She's assistant GM. Assistant GM Catherine Hickman said one thing that stood out about her about Emmanuel Warren was the fact that he chose to remain close to Toledo.
About just a really mature, impressive young man. Talked about when we met, he talked about his journey, not having a lot of offers coming out of high school, going to JUCO, and then how he felt the connection, the chemistry, at Toledo when he went there. They offered him, he committed on the spot, and then he had offers to transfer, decided to stay, which, as you guys all know, it's almost, I think, something pretty rare nowadays. Just was really loyal to the school that gave him a chance, and he wanted to do the best he could there, and he did that. So really, we're welcoming someone that's going to really add to our culture, and someone that's extremely, extremely mature and well-rounded. Just a
Maybe
really mature, impressive young
Browns,
man. Talked
picks.
about.
Let's see what the comments are. How many years she played in the NFL? This explains. Oh no. This explains it. This is exactly what I was going for. I'm such an asshole. Anyways. What the heck is wrong with this cat? He's gonna eat his way out. All dusty. Is there UFC on tonight? Of course there's UFC on tonight. What kind of question is that?
¿Dónde están los otros? ¡Cerdo!
Do menor, en tono de do menor. Súbditos y súbditas. Quiero dedicar.
Too many dudes in drag for me. Well done, but it's kind of creepy. just got a guy with a mask for the. They don't got a Mexican that looks like.
De noche soy una, pero de día soy otra.
Damn, the guy that ends up having to be Fiona, that's fucked up. Artichoke. 49ers rookie draft class. The 49ers rookie draft class. Damn, that sucks. It's a lawsuit.
I can see, but
yeah, there's blood.
Blood?
Oh, shit.
Damn, this guy's gonna sue. What gym is this? Not EOS, is it? He's got 2 plates and he's doing all the weight. Bro, you're not doing that machine right. You can't be doing tables like that, though. Why are you doing so much heavy tables?
Holy shit. There's no blood. Maybe. Is there blood?
I mean, I'm not saying it's his fault. It's kind of his fault, though. Bro had 3 plates on a weighted belt. Damn. Thank God he's like okay. I'm not saying the head injury is going to be okay, but that dude was like the average NFL guy, probably. Nazi pug.
So he goes from South Florida to Central Florida. What do you think?
I thought they might end up getting his teammate in Mesidor. But
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Beans, but try not to get any beans. Try to get more of the bean water. That's too much bean. I just need the bean water. Yeah, a little more. Yeah, same with this one, just some bean water. Yeah. Let me just get some queso. Let me get that red sauce.
This is just rage, bro. Why is this guy doing this? He's not doing it.
Hey, what's wrong? Why y'all looking at my burrito like that? Okay. Yeah. Let me get some of this.
Fuck with me right now?
Nah, hell no. Alright, let me get some sour cream.
Fucking help.
Nah. Let me get a full scoop of it. Why you smacking it down? Yeah. Perfect.
Alright, if I get another tortilla, because this just isn't fucking possible.
Nah, too much carbs. Let me just roll it with that one.
This guy's
oh yeah. Yup, just like that. Yup.
This is like what you get all the time?
Yeah, all the time. Perfect. Nah, it's okay. Too much foil. Yo, y'all want a free burrito? Yeah, they gave it to me for free. Yeah, it's all you. Yeah. No problem, man. Y'all take care. Of course. So there's no shot.
Damn, that guy's such an ultimate jerk if that's real. Ah, he's getting better. It's kind of funny.
There's 12 cats. Oh my god! Oh my god! Are you actually kidding? Are you actually kidding?
Holy cow. That dude must be so fucking desperate to go steal a fucking cart full of kittens to get female attention. This
so
is
they
the
can
piece
find
I
a way
like.
to
This
just
is by the
adding
Colts.
pieces to the defensive puzzle. This is a team that wants to be athletic and fast win the 5th round. Chris Ballard going for these guys with the trace, so they can find a way to just put all these athletes on the field and coach them up. He's gonna have an opportunity to kind of make plays as we think about some roles and some holes that are available on that route.
He's played wide receiver, tight end, and edge in college. He's just learning. Like, this is a good example of a player with traits, and he has a really hot motor, so he plays really, really hard.
Adding pieces to the defensive positions. This is a team that wants to be athletic and fast.
To stay playing at football at an elite level, he's had to change his position. That's a pretty humbling thing, you know. So.
Chris Ballard going for these guys with the trace, so they can find a way to just put all these athletes on the field and coach them up. He's gonna have an opportunity to kind of make plays.
56th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select
George Gums Jr., defensive end, Florida.
As Mike Garafolo and I told you just minutes ago, Tyree Wilson, former first-rounder of the Las Vegas Raiders, was traded to the New Orleans Saints. They now get a high-ceiling edge rusher, see if he can really hit his stride. This is an interesting one, though, because remember, the Giants took Arvell Reese earlier in the week, and a lot of people thought, okay, that means they're going to trade Kayvon Thibodeau, who the Saints have wanted for the last several weeks and several months. Instead, the Giants said, you know what, we're going to keep Thibodeau, we're going to start Reese off the ball, and at that point, the New Orleans Saints said, you know what, we will move on to Tyree Wilson. This trade coming together earlier today.
So, Nicholas Singleton's kind of where we left off last. Titans picked a running back out of Penn State. Good speed, good build, I'm hearing. Good vision. And he could return kicks. So he could get a spot as a third running back. So that's kind of cool. They might get a kick returner. Oh, Kilgore, South Carolina finally got drafted by the Bills. They took a shot on him. Big, long defensive back with nickel backer down safety value depending on the scheme fit. He's played an overhang star role, covering slot receivers, supporting the run. He'll be his best at the pros, covering tight ends and containing run games near the box. Missed tackles need to be cleaned up, but his wingspan, agility, play strength could keep his tackles high from year to year. Starting potential. Nothing on him yet?
With the #169th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. I hope it's me. I hope it's me. I hope it's me. The legendary Pittsburgh Steelers select Rowley Nowakowski, a tight end from Indiana. Go.
Tight end coach over Zoom, and it went great. Coach A, he was just awesome, and that was really it. No visits or anything.
What did they tell you about in terms of how they would like to use you, how they envision you working in this offense?
Yeah, obviously what I do in the red zone and what I do in the pass game is very good, and for what I do, and I can only get better at it. And then I really respect that Coach Agulo. In Senior Bowl, I really wanted to put on film that I could move people that I want to be in the run game, that I'm very willing, and I just need to be coached up some more, and I'm going to continue to work on that. And that's something
Still
that
a lot of tight ends, guys,
potential that I have in the run game, and he trusts that he's a coach that could coach me up to get it done, and just continue to get better.
Awesome. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Patriots pick is in.
Congrats. Can you kind of give us the 30,000-foot view coming out of high school, how you land at Ball State, how you...
Go Steelers! Beat 'em Bucks!
Karen Pruniti. Good athleticism. No one's really knows much about this guy. Let's see. There's not even a picture. No grade. So no Mike Vrabel. This guy has no grade on him. I wish I knew how to screenshot on my Mac. I would screenshot this. It's funny. All right, folks. I'm starting to lose momentum. I think that'll be it for this stream. Let's see if check the news besides just random cat videos. Oh, okay, here we go. Browns head coach Todd Monken on having minicamp in Ohio. The neighbors complained we didn't care. We pumped up the music louder. If they don't care, they
couldn't
can
get
leave.
past the draft and get right on to back to the quarterback. Anybody got some Miles questions too while we're at it? I mean, hell, while we're just here at night. First off, I'll address the question. First of all, it was awesome. 3 days, the weather was unbelievable. To get out on the grass and pump the music and get fired up being together, and the neighbors complained and we didn't care, and we pumped up the music louder. If they don't like it, they can move. And so I didn't care. And it was like, being out there with the guys and just getting a little bit of a feel for who we have on our roster. And I thought.
So, second member of the Styles family drafted this week. Saints draft Lorenzo Styles. Guy out of Ohio State. He's supposed to be pretty good. So, let's read his. Made improvements during his transition from receiver to DB over the last 3 seasons. Tight hips and lack of route recognition are double whammy. So this is a guy that played receiver, transitioned to corner, so he's still learning the position, what he can get away with. Shows his departure and limits ball production in man. So he's not extremely set up for man yet. He appears alert, responsive in short zone plays with good leverage. Could be something to build on. Styles need to become a bigger factor in the run support, however. His cover talent, so as a receiver, I don't imagine that he's an expert tackler. His cover talent on special teams could buy him some time. Practice squad. Okay. Just solid C, maybe B. Michael Chandler's reaction after being gifted a Bentley Continental from his wife.
Are you?
It's a cool car. Peter Woods.
To go with Mansour Delaney.
With the 29th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft,
his contract's only $17 million.
Kansas City Chiefs select Peter Woods.
The ins and the outs here, but here's the Chiefs' second pick of the night.
Ask Brock about some of this.
Mansour Delaney.
With the 29th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Peter Woods.
Ex-post viral, blah, blah, blah. 4-year, fully guaranteed $17.3 million. Some of these white suits are the cheapest shit you can buy, though. They're like one-time use.
He's got to get in the weight room, get a little stronger. He can probably add 10 pounds easily through that frame.
Out of Utah.
He's got to get in the weight room, get a little stronger. He can probably add 10 pounds easily through that frame. And pass for against him.
This video's gonna go triple platinum. He can probably add 10 pounds easily
through that frame. And pass for against him.
Yeah, why would you do that, bro, if you're a lineman? No, that's a good layout for a home. Oh, it's an ad? Stupid, I'm stupid.
20 years. You know, he was left of center. You know, Tesla was a clean energy. I've known Elon since 2000, 24, almost 25 years. And, you know, he was never doctrinaire, but for the first 20 years, you know, he was left of center. You know, Tesla was a clean energy electric vehicle company. The Republicans were these people who didn't believe in climate change, and so it was.
It's the Antichrist, Peter Thiel speaking.
It was sort of naturally much more comfortable in sort of deep blue Democratic California, and then at some point, Elon shifted, and it's overdetermined why he shifted or why you shifted or some of these other people did.
I didn't shift, Peter. Everyone else just moved.
But
everyone feels that way, of course.
But I know these things are overdetermined, but I keep thinking part of it is just this sort of straitjacket is not what you all signed up for. This intellectual straitjacket where you're not allowed to have ideas. Even if you agree with 80%, it's never enough. You have to be 100%.
Cuevas' lack of ideal measurables could push some evaluators to slap him with a fullback label. Combo tight end fits best. Attacks, blocking assignments, better toughness techniques than most in his class. 6'3", he's big enough to be a tight end. Squares, blocks, strains, sustains weather in line. Cuevas, yeah, out of Alabama, he's be pretty good pro, productive pro.
Hey, let's fucking go!
The GOAT.
Hey, let's fucking go! I appreciate you guys coming out. I love you guys. It means the world to us. Thank you guys again. Let's go, baby.
This is great. I know I'll be attacked by left and call me white supremacist, but I have one ask for them. It's just when you give me my hood, make sure it's got the little slits and not the circles so I can see better. This is great. I know I'll be attacked by left.
What the hell? This guy's funny. That's pretty cool.
Here's something to watch for when you're actually shopping in a grocery store. There's these little symbols here. You see that? That little U? Flip that around. This is supposed to be the cheap one. Look at the ingredients. Vinegar, water, mustard seed, salt, turmeric, paprika. When you figure out they control the food and they give you this bullshit, you gotta look for those little signs. Because they don't give a fuck. Unless you're a little kid. Here's something to watch for when you're actually shopping in a grocery store. There's the
I don't know how much life advice we should be taking from this guy, but kosher, no thanks.
So I was. Can you come here real quick? So I got him on my bench, DJ Moore.
Okay.
Should I? I ain't benching DeAndre Hopkins. Should I let John Brown be on the bench?
That's kind of disrespectful. Like John Brown, he ain't an asset. He got a lot of choice selections. I'm giving you insider trade, so don't report me. You know.
No, I'm just saying. So should I take him off the bench? Because currently he on the bench.
Yeah. You got to start.
What if I just flex? What if I put him at flex?
I don't understand that.
That just means an extra guy. Like
Yeah.
Put him at flex? Because he's not a real wide receiver yet. He's just kind of developing.
I don't want to say all that now.
No, I'm just talking about for fantasy. Should I start you or John Brown? It's a legit question. Is it not? You gonna tell me?
Start me.
Start you? You give me 2 points, I'm slap shit out you.
You know you do it too.
Can you come here real quick?
That's why Steve Smith's always getting in fights. That's why people don't like that fool. Tracy Cortez. Oh my gosh, this woman. I heard she trouble. Is she fighting anytime soon? Look at her probably out there partying with the mariachi motherfuckers.
Got that on film. You know I just got him on fucking film. So why are you throwing rocks, you little fucking... Oh, who's the legless fuck? Who's the legless one? Yeah, you're legless, you fucking idiot. Every day leaving your beer all over the place. We had to clean that to your fucking mess.
Vernon Wells? What? I remember him. Vernon Wells was a beat. Damn, you hear the crack?
Oh, that did it. That did it right there. Get up, ball, get out of here, and yeah.
Vernon Wells, man. That guy was one of him, Andrew Jones, Jim Edmonds.
Hey, run the basics, run the...
But Vernon Wells, he's in Hall of Fame, honestly.
Still sleeping. Do you pay any bills? No one in this house should be sleeping more than me.
I'm here crazy.
Babe, I thought you were gonna clean the room. If you want some of this, you gotta do your part.
Yeah.
Good morning, Big Daddy. Did you sleep good, baby? Are you ready for your morning session? Are you still in bed? Why are you still sleeping? Do you pay any bills? No.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god, what are they doing? Scratching? Adam Randall, big back, Clemson. Former wide receiver, new to this position, blend of size and top end speed, pass catching ability. So he's going to be a big kind of running back receiver. Doesn't run with pro level rhythm or timing. He'll be troubled downhill. So maybe on reverses and pass catching. So I'll be good. Hezekiah Masses out of California. 6 foot, a little bit undersized corner, a lot of snaps. FBS leading ball production. Ball hawk. I guess this guy just finds the ball, but doesn't have as much explosiveness as you'd want. He's just a guy that finds the ball. Raiders got him. This is pretty accurate, right? Ran 48 hours, 5 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, Sunday. They'll call us.
Don't be saying stupid white bitch.
I can say whatever I want. They just cuss me. You don't have anything to do with it.
I know, but don't be going out like that. Don't be saying stupid white bitch.
I can say whatever I want. They just cuss me out.
Racist like that.
They are racist. They are racist.
Come on, stop that. Stop that.
Bye. You have nothing to do with it.
I don't care.
You don't have anything to do with it.
Don't be saying that.
They just call me all kind of bitches and everything. I can say whatever I want to say. He just insulted the shit out of me, so you weren't in here.
For real.
Miss, the food is not cooked properly. But you cursed me out instead of trying to rectify the situation.
We can't. There's not a fucking man.
Okay, and so, well, we're going to rectify it now. So thank you for calling the police.
Jeez. Just leave, lady.
And this is going on social media.
Okay, cool.
You have nothing to do with it, kid.
Okay, I'm gonna stick up. I don't care. You are saying that they are stupid white kids.
Yeah, like, learn how to argue at people besides just describing what they look like. How about what they're doing wrong to you? How about you speak like a human being, you know? We saw this cat video. Man, everyone says hi to him. That's so cool. Their view is just... That one looks a little crazy. That one looks like Toothless. Cyrus Allen, Cincinnati's gonna be I think this is a great pick. As usual, the Chiefs, whenever they get a receiver or a back, it's typically a guy that you think, man, this guy can be dangerous in the NFL. So, field stretching talent. He can work all 3 levels of the field. Improve as a route runner, but top end speed. Be a pretty good player, I think. Oh, we saw Diana Rossini's draft combine prep earlier, remember? All her exercises. Alright, so that'll do it for this stream. We'll stream again soon. NBA playoffs are going on, UFC tonight, so I'll be watching those things. And then the Iran stuff, looks like the trip got canceled, so that negotiation, so who knows what we'll hear about that. Usually the weekends is when stuff happens. Right now we have a 3-week ceasefire, I believe. So that is postponed. There's no negotiations going on right now. And at least the stock market will be doing okay on Monday, right? That's what he's going to say. So that's that. Thanks for joining me for this stream. We will talk